Good morning everyone and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be talking about my weight loss journey and what's gotten me to the point that I am now. And I can't wait to share this story with you, so let's get started. So my weight loss story actually goes back to when I was in high school. I have always been a little bit on the bigger side, and if only I could go back and tell myself at 14 or 15 that being a size 12 was okay, I would love that. I really tried to impart body positivity as a special education parent to the girls that I work with, because this past year I worked in 5th grade, and you wouldn't believe how many of these little girls who could literally be snapped in half by the Kansas wind. I'm fat! And I'm sitting here going, excuse me? No, sweetheart, you're not. You're fine. Eat your lunch. But I've always been overweight. I tried so many things growing up, but growing up, healthy food wasn't the norm for my family. Mom was a waitress, and so she was gone most every day. So mom would have dinner ready when I got home from school, which is at 3:30 in the afternoon. So I grew up with dinner being dinner at 3:30, 3:45, mom scarfing down something to go back to work, and finishing dinner with dad, and then in the evening dad going, hey, I'm hungry, let's go get ice cream, or let's go get Skittles, or here, I'm going to go buy a can of biscuits, and we're going to have biscuits and jelly and butter for a snack. Like, apples and fruit and healthy things just really wasn't what I grew up with. So I gained weight relatively quickly. Also, I was on an experimental epilepsy medication called Lamictal starting the summer after my 5th grade year, where I also gained quite a bit of weight from that medication. I lost some weight in high school. I had a gym membership to the local gym in town with one of my girlfriends, and her and I would go to the gym a lot together, like just to like vent, because it was really a place that we could go where really there wasn't a whole lot of other people around. We could throw like the yoga style balls, the big round bouncy balls and stuff around, and we could just talk and vent, walk on the treadmill, be on the ellipticals, that kind of thing. Really, there was no one to bother us, and so that's kind of, I did pretty well lose some weight doing that. But then, as everyone knows, you gain the freshman 15, and for me, I gained about 25 pounds, and I was devastated. And so my roommate and I started working out, but then she decided to move in with her sister, who had come to college at half semester. And then I left school and got married, and that whole situation. And then I put on weight again when Sam was going through chemotherapy. So I finally asked the doctor, I said, what can I do? I want to lose weight. Is there something you can do? And she's like, I'm going to suggest you Weight Watchers. There's a, back then they were called meetings, and now I can't remember what the in studio is called. But she's like, there's a meeting right over in DuPont at the, I think it was like the La Quinta or something then, you should go check it out. So I did, and I talked with Sam, and I signed up for it, and I did really well until I didn't. And being in the military, finances were always very, very tight. So it was something that finally I said, this isn't worth spending the money that we could be spending money on other things for. So I stopped doing it. And I went back and forth. I've been through Weight Watchers Points Plus, the color, the green, blue, purple, you name it, and I've been through every program since 2008 to current. And the current plan is called the Weight Watchers Personal Points Plan. And I started I signed up October of 2021, and I didn't really do anything with it. In July of 2021, I decided I wanted to do the Walt Disney World Marathon 5K. So I registered Sam and I for that, and by the time I started that marathon in January of this year, I thought I was going to die along that course. I finally had to tell Sam, one, we couldn't stop for the characters. The characters had come out late, and I told Sam, if I stop, I'm not going to be able to start again. We cannot stop moving until we get to the bus, because there's no way that I'm going to finish this if I do not stop. If I stop. Sam, just recently has said, I wasn't sure how you were going to handle that 5K. And a 5K is only 3.1 miles, 3.21, depending on how you want to calculate it. I barely completed it. And I was devastated. That kicked off what has become a year of health for me. That following Monday when we got home, January 10th, I weighed in, and I haven't looked back. As of this video, which I am filming on June 14th, I have lost 54.6 pounds on Weight Watchers. Has every day been 100% perfect? No, because I'm not perfect at all. I have had gains. I have had days where I did not get my blue dot, which on Weight Watchers is, there's a healthy eating range. I think it's like 8, it's above below that you can go over your points and you've eaten a healthy range for that day. There's days where I don't get my blue dot. I strive really hard to get my blue dot, because the days that I don't, I end up beating myself up over it, and then I completely snowball myself. So I've had to really, really be aware of that blue dot personally. Now, some people don't care about the blue dot. If you join Weight Watchers and you go to Connect, which is kind of like a Facebook for Weight Watchers, like people can post motivational things, people post problems that they have. Sometimes people may want an opinion on an outfit, which looks better. You'll see people that say, oh, I never eat the blue dot. You get what's called weekly points, and you can earn them through exercise and eating extra fruits and, well, not fruits, eating extra vegetables and drinking water throughout the day. Those people, oh, well, I just take the set week, because you get 28 weeklies to start out with every week on your weigh-in day. It resets, and then you can earn more. But they're like, oh, I take that 28 and I divide it between the 7 days of the week, so I never get that blue dot. The blue dot, I don't do that blue dot. It totally depends on you and what your body will do. I know if I can dip into my weeklies and go right up to the edge of that blue dot maybe once a week, but I can't do it every day. Now, some days will I be under with that blue dot, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I have to eat like 2 goldfish crackers, and I can finally stop eating, and I'm right there on the bottom edge of my blue dot. Yeah, because there's days where I'm just not hungry, but I know that my body needs nutrients to function, so I get there. Are there other days where I'm uber hungry? Yeah, it's called hormones. So that brings us to where I started, and if I were to tell you, oh yeah, I cook every meal at home, I never eat out, I would be bold-faced lying to you. Because I work in education. I'm tired at the end of the day. I can't tell you how many times I have ordered pizza, or gone to Subway, or Wendy's, or Sonic, or Papa John's, or Domino's, or McDonald's, or insert other fast food here, and I've still lost weight. So I'm going to be the first one to tell you, no, you don't have to live on lettuce and kale to lose weight. Does it help? I'm sure. And somebody might say, well, Lena, if you had not eaten out that day, you would maybe have lost a few more pounds. You know, you're probably right. But come live a day in my life. Be up at 4:30 in the morning to run around school, be on a bus at that point. to be on a bus and then run around school all day, then be on a bus and get home at 5 o'clock at night and tell me you're not completely exhausted and you want to cook, because more than welcome, my kitchen's right over there. I had to do what was best for me and my mental health as well. So there were nights where someone would be like, what are we doing? We're ordering Pizza Hut. I have learned workarounds for eating out, which 100% I will be sharing with you guys here on this channel. I have found that if I eat a good breakfast, if I take my lunch when I'm during the school year, and then have something for dinner and a couple snacks, I am 100% satisfied. I make sure and take at least a gallon of water with me to school every day, and 9 times out of 10 I've drank that gallon of water, and plus, because I'm always filling my cup with ice. But to sit here and tell you that, oh, I cook every single meal at home, no, it's not true. I don't. I have a video that I posted on our main channel, which is the Hall Family Adventures, of different things that I had eaten out in a video, and I will link that link in the link to the Hall Family Adventures in the description below. I think that video comes out later, either in June or in July sometime, and so you'll be able to catch that video over on that channel. But things that I have found that really have helped me is just being honest with myself. It's not a punishment to go to the gym. And I used to feel that way. The last time that I had a really, really significant weight loss on Weight Watchers, I was in a really, really bad place in my life. And I literally thought that being skinny was the only thing that could bring the situation closure, which it wasn't. And I'm so glad that I finally listened to my body, because I was almost not eating anything. I was going to the gym too much and not eating enough. And so I've had to relearn my relationship with the gym as well. Going to the gym is not a punishment for eating something. Doing a workout is not a punishment for the food that I've eaten that day. Going to the gym is something I actually look forward to now. And I haven't gone this summer near as much as I thought I would. So I need to be better about that. But going to the gym almost is a cathartic release now. And I realized that back in April. I went to school. It was a normal school day, so I thought. And I got to the bus barn. Dad dropped me off. Sam and I have one car. So Dad picks me up and takes me to work. It's a really great amount of time. I really enjoy that time with my dad. My dad is 83 this month, and so I know that eventually I won't have that, and so I do cherish that time that I have with him every morning, and then the days that he picks me up after school and brings me home. Dad dropped me off, and I thought it was weird that there's no buses outside, so I go inside, and long story short, there'd been a threat made against the staff at all of the schools in the county I work at, so the schools had made the decision to cancel school. I came home and obviously I was upset and I was anxious and I was nervous, and I said, Sam, do you feel comfortable with me walking to the gym? Because I need to release this anxiety somehow. I walked on the treadmill for 3 hours. 3 hours. It wasn't a quick pace. It was like a 2.5, just on a manual level, just walked. And I walked, 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 and I walked. And I realized, I think that day, how much of a cathartic place the gym is, at least for me. And I know some people have a really love-hate relationship with the gym, and I understand that as well. Just like some people have a love-hate relationship with food. I understand that as well, too. So I have learned so much through this journey of 54.6 pounds that I am starting to love me again. I think for the longest time I hated myself. I hated who I looked like in the mirror. I hated that this weight just held me back from doing things. And now it's my weight is still there. I still have about 100 pounds that I want to lose. My total goal is 150 pounds. My goal leading up to vacation, which Sam and I leave the end of June for, was 50 pounds. And I reached that the week after school got out. So I was really excited about that. And so my next goal became 50 pounds by the time the day of Christmas break, which is the 21st of December. Even though my normal weigh-in days are on Thursday, I'll weigh in that Wednesday to complete that by Christmas break. It's not been easy. Have there been times where I want to sit and eat a whole package of Oreos? Yeah. I'm a girl. I have hormones like once a month. They rule my life. But I have learned little tips and tricks along the way, which I will share with you on ways that have really, truly helped me push through those to where I'm at today. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.